everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is going to be a quick oracle read. I ain't going to spend too much time on this, but we're just going to see what it is that the collective could be looking forward to. Alright, I'm going to shuffle one time, and then we're going to get into this thing. Alright, let's see. For my collective spirit, what could my collective be looking forward to? What could my collective be looking forward to? Okay, so we got openness. Damn, I can't get the card up. So be open to receiving divine guidance and relationships at this time. And then we have value. Focus on things of value at this time. What else for my collective? So we got boundary. Having sensible boundaries is important. So you may need to have boundaries when it comes to your relationships. So be open, but also set boundaries. So don't be too open to where you would get hurt in a situation or allow someone close to you that doesn't deserve access to you. And then we have moments. Think of a special moment that brought you and your partner a lot of joy. So if things are up and down at this time, you may need to think about the good times that have allowed you and your partner to connect. And then we have link. The bond of love grows stronger over time. So if this is someone that you're separated from, you guys' bond could be growing from the time spent separated. And then we have enlightenment. With enlightenment, there is no separation. We realize that we are one with the divine. Any more? And then we have embrace. Embrace what fate has in store for you. So fate could have a relationship in store for you, but they're needing you to be open. But like I said, not be too open to the point where you will be blinded, but be open enough to let love in or let a relationship take its course, but also set boundaries with this relationship. So you could be realizing that even though you two are apart right now, that you guys could still feel each other. You guys are still one with each other, even through separation, because the bond is going stronger, even with you guys being separated. But you guys may have needed to have this time apart to focus on the things that you guys value, or what you guys value in one another. So maybe in this time of separation, it has allowed you to think of or realize what you actually value in your partner. Then we got wine and dine. So your partner may want to wine and dine you, court you, consistently date you, because they have romantic feelings for you and is very passionate about you. So the beans could be being spilled about this. So maybe during this time of separation, maybe one person felt like the other didn't care, but the cat's out of the bag that someone is actually wanting to come and court you, and that they do have romantic feelings for you. But they could be dealing with a repo, or you could be dealing with a repo. So this could be something that needs to be focused on if you're default on payments, or if they're default on payments. So maybe you guys just need to focus on trying to get things together in your lives separately before you guys come back together or come together. Any more for the collective? Any more, Spirit? And then we got tiptoeing. So this could have been someone that was trying to avoid getting caught. They could have been acting shady towards you. That's why there could have been distance, because they could have been sneaking around. And that's why a separation needed to happen, so that this person could realize the value of you guys' relationship. Realize that you actually brought joy into their life. And then we have liftoff. So things could be about to lift off. There could be fast action, or this person could be wanting to take fast action towards you so that you guys could progress forward. So the wait could be over. So this person could be coming towards you soon, after a time of realizing their mistakes, realizing who you were, or that even with being separated from you, that they still felt strongly about you. They could have been dealing with karmics. I said karmics. So they could have been dealing with karmics and needed to learn their lessons from dealing with these karmics. So if they were having third parties while with you, and that was why you guys separated, heller, they could realize that these karmics were just haters to you guys' relationships. Well, relationship. And they could have had to learn the lesson of dealing with these karmics and trying to sneak around. So they may have needed to change their ways, realize their mistakes, like I said, have more boundaries set, or learn to have boundaries set when it comes to people trying to interfere in you guys' relationship. What else, Spirit? What else for my collective? And then we got rebound. So this person could be used to having rebounds, or they could be in fear of not being able to keep you because you are someone of value. So they could try to keep people as rebounds, so that whenever they need to take off and run to the temporary options, they'll always be there. So this could be someone that always needs someone in the background, or as a backup, just in case things don't work out. So they could come in with a lack mindset that things wouldn't work, or they could just have self-doubt or be in doubt that they wouldn't be enough. And then we have reading up. So they could be doing some research. They could be researching you, trying to learn more about you, or learn more about themselves, why they are this way. And they could be gaining insight. And like I said, they could be learning their lessons from dealing with these karmics. They could realize that these karmics was researching you, trying to learn more about you and you guys' relationship. And then we have red flagged. So you could have paid attention to the red flags when you were dealing with this person. If this was someone that you were already in a relationship with, and you took heed to the warning signs and saw that this was a risky situation, because you could have been dealing with a prideful masculine that was toxic at the time when you dealt with them before. They could feel like they are someone that meets every woman's expectations as far as a man. But this could be someone who is looking at memories of you guys together. They could be missing you, wanting to revisit the past with you, because they could be recognizing their mistakes, where they went wrong at, and that you actually make them happy, collective. So they could want to revisit the past with you, go another round with you. And then we have sipping. So this person could be being nosy, or they could have had people around them being nosy, spreading rumors, gossiping about you guys' connection. Any more from my collective? Any more? Any more, Spur? What's the tea? Any more tea? Any more? Plenty more? What's the tea? So we got heart to heart. So this person is wanting to have a heart to heart with you, collective. A deep conversation. They want to be blunt and honest with you about what happened in the past and what they've done to try and fix themselves, as well as what they're willing to do to fix the connection with you. Hello. So they could be wanting to have an intimate discussion with you. Any more? They could have also been listening to rumors, some gossip that these karmics were doing, not realizing that these karmics were just spreading rumors and gossiping about you or this connection because they were haters. And then we have brick wall, but you could feel like it's a brick wall trying to get to this person or reach this person. They could use a defense mechanisms, because like I said, they could feel like they are not enough, so they could sabotage things. They could be very guarded, or they could feel like you are very guarded and they wouldn't be able to reach you to have this heart to heart with you. This could be a player that you were dealing with, someone who was playing the field while they were with you. They were not looking to settle. So like I said, they always had third parties, always had a rebound waiting in the background. This could be someone who is always seeking options. But then we have harmony. So they could be wanting to bring balance to the connection, bring peace, and be happy with you. Because like I said, they could see that or realize that you actually bring them joy and happiness in their life. They're actually happy with you. What else for my collective spirit? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea for me, for we? Any more? Then we got the cleanse. So this person could have been going through a cleanse. They could be detoxing. They could be getting rid of negativity. So they could be trying to separate themselves from these karmics. Like I said, it does say lesson learned. So they could have actually learned their lesson from dealing with these karmics. So now they could be trying to rid out any negativity that's around them, any negative thinking, any negativity in regards to people that want to gossip and spread rumors about you or this connection. So they could be purifying themselves, wanting to do better, wanting to make a change, wanting to rid themselves of this player energy. And then we have high vibing. So since they've been able to do this cleanse, detox, get rid of negativity and negative energies, they could now be high vibing at this time. This could also be someone that you had good vibes with, but they could be in a point in their life where they're actually living life to the fullest, or they were in a period to where they were living life to the fullest, and that's why they were always seeking options, engaging with these karmics, because they were just enjoying the present moment, living in the moment. But then we have the blues. But they could realize even after they would be in the present with these karmics, that they would still be heavily in their emotions about you, collective. And this has brought them mental distress, that they are no longer with you. So they could want to come in and love bomb you. They could be wanting to come in, be overly attentive, shower you with affection. But it could also be for their personal gain. So I would be careful. I would really make sure that they are on the up and up. Or if this is past tense, they could have been someone who liked the love bomb to get their way. And this could have been when they were in this player energy. So they could have definitely been sneaky linking when you guys were together in the past. They could have had a sneaky link, or they could have tried to make you a sneaky link, wanted you to be a hidden lover or someone else. And this could be just because they're used to dealing with karmics while they were in this player energy. Any more, Spirit? Whoa, that shit almost hit me in the face. And then we got long call. So yeah, this person can now be wanting to make a change, get rid of negativity and negative energies, because they want to go the long haul with you. They see long term with you, and they want to invest in this. I want to see. I'ma ask, have they really changed? Let's see if this person really changed. All right, Spirit, has this person really changed? So we got yes. So they could have actually learned their lesson and actually purified and want this long term with you, want to go the long haul with you. This could also be an Aries energy, or they could have Aries in their chart. Then we got yes again for Cancer. So they could be a Cancer. And then we have an Aquarius, that it could be maybe. So this person could still be not so sure if they really want to go through with this. Maybe this Aquarius feel like they aren't too sure if they're ready to end their player ways. Hello. I only read if donations is sent. The information is in the description box for any questions. But with this Cancer, this could have been someone that you rejected in the past, or they could have rejected you, and they could just be feeling like it's a missed opportunity, or you could have felt like it was a missed opportunity. Maybe things could have been stagnated because, like I said, either you or this Cancer could have been preoccupied with negative things. So they had a lot of negativity surrounding them, and they needed to purify themselves. And like I said, since it says yes to them changing their player ways, they could have purified, learned their lessons from having third parties. So this could be someone that's wanting to come back. With this Aries energy, they could be a father figure. So they could just be focused on their stability at this time. Maybe their stability was more of the focus. And like I said in the beginning, maybe you guys both needed to focus on you guys' stability before you guys came back together. Because this Aries, this Emperor, they could be someone that's very logical. So they could look at the logical aspect of things. So they could be head over heart. And then we have Capricorn is a yes as well. But they could be dealing with finances as well. So they could be having past problems or dealing with past problems, trying to get things in order before they come toward you. Any more from my collective? Any more from my collective spirit? And then we have for a Libra is a no. As a Libra is in a resting period. They are mentally overloaded at this time. They're just wanting to relax and rest. Maybe they have gone through something to where they're not ready for love right now or ready to reconcile right now. So they could be fearing a connection and just trying to relieve their stress. So they could just be wanting to be in solitude at this time. Not wanting to make anything solid with anyone. And then for the Gemini, it's a no as well. But they could be curious about you, collective. They could be wanting to send you a message. But they could be contemplating on sending you this message. Hello, because they feel like they need to think about what they actually want to say to you. Because they know that they're not coming in for a long time. So this could just be someone that wants to come in for a short time, not a long time. But they are curious about you and they feel inspired to come towards you. But it could be for their personal gain, like I said. Any more for my collective? Then with Pisces energy, it's a yes. This could be someone who is mature, compassionate. This could be a male energy. If it's a female, they could be in their masculine energy at this time. But they are very compassionate, caring, friendly, empathetic. They could be wanting to be romantic towards you, collective. Wanting to charm you. And this could be someone who is family oriented if they have a family. So this could also be someone who is generous, so they could like to give in love situations. So they could like to gift their lovers. Say general reading. Yeah, this is a collective reading. And then we got Scorpio. It's a no. This Scorpio could be suffering from a loss at this time. So they could be grieving, losing something or someone. So they could be feeling guilty right now. They could, like I said, be mourning something. They could be heartbroken. Maybe they feel like they lost you for good, collective. So they could just be preoccupied with the loss and not doing anything to change things. Not wanting to change. Maybe they don't know how to fix things. And they could just be taking it as a loss as a whole instead of trying to do anything to fix things when it comes to you guys' connection. Any more? Then we have yes. So what I said is yes. With the Scorpio, they could be under judgment at this time. And that's why they could be grieving. That's why they could have lost something or someone, because they're under judgment. So they could just be needing the time to mourn, grieve, and self-evaluate. They could be going through an awakening at this time. So they could be very decisive on what they want to do because they're too occupied with this loss. So they could have got judged quickly, or this could be someone that you judged quickly. Hello. So you really didn't give them a time of day for whatever reason, but they could be wanting forgiveness for whatever they've done to lose you, collective. And then we have yes again, but we got the sun in the reverse. So whoever this Scorpio is, they could be very sad at this time, sad due to this loss. Now, maybe this is someone that you had a miscarriage with, so you guys could have lost a baby. And you guys could have separated due to this loss. This person could have also been in their ego when dealing with you. They had unrealistic expectations when it came to you guys' connection. So maybe they wanted things to go one way and you wanted things to go another. Then we have the Tower. So they could have caused a lot of chaos and destruction because of the loss, or whatever this loss is that they suffered, whether a child with you or someone else, collective. It could have just brought a lot of chaos. Maybe they were dealing with someone where it was a very abusive situation, very violent. They could be focused on a divorce. So whoever the Scorpio is, they could be getting a divorce from someone and they're needing time to heal, needing time to grieve the situation. Maybe they're going through a divorce because of the miscarriage. So it could have been a lot of fighting in that connection. So they could be needing time to really figure things out, figure themselves out, get back to themselves. Then we have, if it's Aquarius female, it's a yes. Aquarius male, it's a maybe, like I said. Although with the Aquarius male, it could be a maybe, but they're still wanting to move to calmer waters with you, collective. They could be healing as well. They could have just moved on from a connection that they were in. Or they could be moving on from the fact that you no longer want to be with them. So they could be now wanting to just move to calmer waters, bring relief. But if it's an Aquarius female that you could be dealing with, it's a yes. They could be wanting to communicate with you, be honest about how they feel. Now, this could be someone who is independent. So this could be a female that's independent, very fair, strong, realistic. But they could be wanting to have an honest conversation with you. This could be this heart-to-heart. They could want to have a heart-to-heart with you and be blunt and honest with you, collective. Then we have this Aries. It's a yes. We got yet 2 yeses for the Aries. Now this Aries, they could be getting foresight about who you are to them, awakening to the connection. They could be wanting to travel towards you, collective. So they could be traveling after trying to make a choice on if they want to come towards you or not. Maybe they could be focused on putting in the hard work. They know that it's going to be hard work in order to come towards you. So they could feel like if they continue doing the hard work, that they will be rewarded with you. So you will be the reward, collective. And this Aries is willing, if not already, putting in the hard work to be able to come towards you. So like I said, they could have learned their lesson from dealing with these karmics and trying to purify themselves, rid negativity. And then with Aquarius male, again, it's a no. So at one point, it was a maybe. So if they were wanting or willing to end their player ways, now it's a flat out no, because they could be realizing that you no longer want to be with them, so they could feel like they are a failure at this time, and they could just be self-sacrificing. They could be still engaging in self-sabotaging behavior, being inappropriate, indulging in inappropriate behavior, being deceptive, and they could have a lack of communication. So this could be someone where it's this could be the person that you feel like it's a brick wall to get through. You could feel like they are hard to reach, or they could feel like it's hard to reach you because you may not want to speak to this person. So you both could be guarded towards each other, trying to use the guardedness as a defense mechanism. Any more from my collective? Any more, Spirit? Ooh. Oh, damn. I gotta hurry up. And then we got, for the Leo, it's a no. They could be wanting to argue with you, collective. So they could be very defensive at this time. They could be very territorial over you, though. Even though they're not wanting to end their player ways, they still want to be territorial and defensive over you. They could be very possessive and aggressive. So you could be disagreeing with this person. There could be a lot of arguments with this person, or they could just always want to argue, always be in conflict. Then we got, with this Aquarius, it's a maybe again. So like I said, this Aquarius male could just be on the fence on whether or not if they're truly ready to end their player ways. So they could not be sure if they really want to end their player ways, because they could be used to being deceptive, used to lying, used to cheating. So 1 minute they feel like they're ready to end their player ways, and then 1 minute they feel like they may not be. And then we have, for the Virgo, it's a yes. For the Virgo, they could be wanting a solid beginning with you, collective. They could be laying the groundwork, doing the work when it comes to healing themselves, ridding negativity, purifying themselves. So they definitely are ending their player ways, or have, and they could have been consistently focusing on themselves, doing the work when it comes to themselves. What else for my collective, Spirit? What's the tea? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea for me, for we? What's the tea for my collective? What's the tea? So we got numbing out. So someone could be numbing out. Could be this Scorpio energy that's preoccupied with losing you, or losing something or someone. Like I said, if they were in another relationship, in a marriage, they could be getting divorced. They could have also lost a child. So they could be drowning in their sorrows, drinking heavily at this time. They could be trying to escape their reality. Then we have big break. So for this Virgo energy, they could be getting a big break at this time because they've been putting in the work on themselves. So they could be launching something, could be a business, a project, or they could be wanting to offer someone an offer in love. Or if you're a Virgo, you could be getting an offer in love from someone that would change your status. This could be someone wanting to come in and marry you. Then we have a trusted friend. So someone that you've been a trusted friend to, you guys could have been friends first, and maybe you was with this person when they were in this player energy, but it was nothing you could really do about it because you guys maybe not could have not been in an actual relationship, an exclusive relationship. You guys could have just been friends, just dealing with each other from time to time. But this person could be wanting to come back and marry you. Then we have boiling point. So someone could be at their boiling point. Could be this Aquarius because they're so on the fence, not knowing what to do, what they really want, feeling like a failure, being aggressive. They could be trying to bully you into dealing with them, even though they don't know if they want to end their player ways or not. So they could be expecting you to still deal with them, even though they're not wanting to really make the decision to change their player ways and do the work. Then we have chasing clout because this Aquarius could be too busy chasing clout. They could like to get attention. They could like the spotlight. So they could like a lot of people around them. So that's why they're not able to make a decision to end their player ways, because they could be someone that gets a lot of attention. And they could be used to this attention. They could thrive off this attention. And maybe they feel like one person wouldn't do it for them, wouldn't be enough for them. Then we got canceled. So this person could be getting canceled as well. That's why they could feel like they're a failure. And they know they need to make a change, but they're not wanting to make a change. But they could be having a fall from grace. Then we have third wheel, because this person be too focused on having third wheels. So like I said, they could know they need to make the change, but they're not wanting to make the change. They're too indecisive. But they could be heartbroken because you may not want to deal with them. Like I said, they could want to bully you into still dealing with them, even though they're not wanting to end their player ways. They could still be dealing with the ex that's very drama filled, just like them. So this person could be influence to them, and that's why they're not able to make the decision to change, because they could have someone just like them around them that's influencing them. But you could be getting info about this person, about their player ways. They could be dealing with a drama queen. This drama queen could have tried to start trouble with you, collective, because this person could still be spying on you, even though they could be with this person. So there could be a lot of fighting going on between these two, because this person could still be wanting to come towards you while with someone else, but they don't want to let go of you or this person anymore. Then we have situationship. So they definitely could want to put you in a situationship because they're not wanting to release you or this person. They could have backstabbed you in the past with this person that they're with now, because we do have cheated on the making a break for it. So they could have ran away from the connection because they cheated. Or you could have ran away from the connection because they cheated. And you found out that they backstabbed you and had you in a situationship with whoever this drama queen is. But like I said, they could still want to get back together with you. But they're still not wanting to drop their player ways, or they're still indecisive. Then we have curated image. So they could be with someone who likes to polish up everything, make it seem like everything is okay in the relationship, when really they know that this person is still wanting to get back together with you. So they could be trying to be the villain in your life because they know that this person wants to come back to you. They know that this person is wanting to make peace with you, because we did have the card of moving to calmer waters for the Aquarius. So they could be wanting to move to calmer waters with you, make peace with you, but they could still have this ex in the background trying to stir up drama. But like I said, they could still not be sure on if they're solely ready to have this long-term relationship with you and in their player ways. So they could still be feeling like, even though they want to make peace with you, there's still room for error. And then we have dirty laundry. They could have a lot of dirty laundry, and that could be coming out. And maybe they feel like you would definitely not want to get back together with them if you knew what this dirty laundry was or how bad it was. Now I'm going to get some timelines. And I'm going to end this read because, like I said, it wasn't going to be that long. Any more for this reading, Spirit? Any more? What could be the timelines? So we got it's in the past. So with this Aquarius, things could just be in the past. Maybe the dirty laundry that this person has is too much, and you could just be wanting to leave this person in the past. And we got January. So you could have left someone in the past in the month of January if you broken up with someone in the month of January. And you could have left them in the past. So when you left in January, you left and you never looked back. Any more, Spirit? Any more? What are the timelines for these connections or reconciliations? So we got today. So someone could be coming towards you today, wanting to have a heart-to-heart with you, wanting to reconcile with you. Then we have by the end of the month. So someone could be coming towards you by the end of the month. And we have next summer. So someone could be feeling like they'll be ready next summer. Then we have next month looks promising. So for some of you, someone could be coming towards you next month. And then we have it's worth the time. So with everyone that's a yes, it is worth the time. Or maybe even with the ones that it's a no for, or maybe it just needs time for them to grow, for them to really realize that you were actually someone that made them happy, and they could just be needing time to really release their player ways, detox, and get rid of negativity, learn their lessons when it comes to these karmics. Any more before I end this reading out, Spirit? Any last? So we got waste of your time. So someone could be a waste of your time. So maybe you're not wanting to wait on this person. Maybe this person is wanting you to wait for them. could be this Aquarius or this Gemini. One of them could be a waste of your time. Or this Scorpio. Now, those are all the no's and maybes. So you could just be seeing one of them or even all of them as a waste of your time. Now, for the yeses, especially this Aries, they could be working on themselves. So it could be worth the time to wait for this person. So you could just need to focus on yourself. Focus on things of value, just like this person, because they could be focusing on the things that they value. So you guys could be doing the same thing at this time. So it's definitely worth the time. And then we have it's time to let go. So for the no's, it is time to let these people go. If they don't want to change their ways, put in the work, or if they're confused and wanting you to wait on them while they steady do what they do, while you're working on yourself, it's time to let them go. So some people is just meant to be left in the past. Now, how about to say the motherfuckers? The people that's actually doing the work on themselves. 9/11. The people that's actually doing the work on themselves, they are worth the wait. Because like I said, you guys both could be focusing on yourselves in due time. It could just be leading to something better. Because you guys are able to focus on yourselves and grow, realize that you guys both made each other happy. It'll give you guys time to feel stronger about each other. So if the feelings are still there for the yeses, I would say it's worth the time. And for the no's, if you realize they're still stuck in the patterns, it's time to let them go. And that's just what it is. But yeah, that was y'all oracle reading, love reading. So take whatever resonate. Y'all already know. Please like, share, and subscribe. Anybody want a personal reading, have any questions, want a vent session, or would like to donate, that information is in the description below this video. But I hope y'all have a good rest of the night. Deuces, holla, 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 holla.